Hi, my name is Jeff Pagano, and welcome to the Harp and Preview Show on our YouTube channel. Please don't be shy with the like and or subscribe buttons if you can. This week, my guest Neil Keegan is away, but he's kindly recorded a few thoughts for us. But first, I'm going to give you some details of our feature match of the week, which is, of course, England v Ireland in round 3 of the 2026 Guinness Six Nations. It's taking place in London at Twickenham Stadium on Saturday, February 21st, kicking off at 2:10 p.m. with TV coverage on RTE2. The teams were announced during the week. If you're watching on YouTube, it should be right there on the screen. But if you're listening to the podcast, it's in the program notes. Now, I have left Keego's face frozen down there for long enough. It's time to let him offer his thoughts as he earns his 131st Harpen cap. Take it away, sir.
Good evening, this is Keego. I'm on top secret assignment. I'm over in England, keeping an eye on everyone. And I'm just back from Harry Potter World. So I now have a wand which allows me to discuss the Ireland team for Saturday. Number one stands out, probably the right choice, but we kind of shoot ourselves when we go 5-3 and we leave them out. Delighted for Frawley. Van der Fleer is a big job, front row is a big job. Can we do it? It's a free shot. So let's take that free shot, relax and have some fun. Now, I'm going to use a spell from Harry Potter to send us luck, okay? This is the Ireland are going to beat England spell. This is my wand. You've got to twist the wand. How many meanings does that have? Ireland to beat England by 3 points. Kieran Frawley is going to sink the kick. I'm sorry, I've just been given my hat. I've just been given my hat for the match on Saturday. Come on, Ireland.
Many thanks for that, Keego. Hope to have you on again soon, and let's hope that wand really works, But listen, as for my thoughts on the Irish team, I like it. I like this 23. I think they've made a couple of changes, but it's an interesting way the way they've done it. Now, a lot of people are making all this thing about Sam Prendergast. I mean, it was interesting. Before this, people were saying, well, why is, maybe they were thinking Sam Prendergast wouldn't be in the team, making a big deal about that. And now he's left him out of the team, and they're making a big deal that he's been dropped. It's like, what exactly do you want? I think this 23 seems to be picked for this game. I'm sure Sam would have been explained. It would have been explained to Sam why he's not in the squad. That's not bothering me. I think he's got still has a future ahead of him in Ireland just for this game. They brought in Kieran Frawley. Even though it's a 5-3 bench, that was a bit of a surprise because England went 6-2. But Kieran Frawley's versatility, I think, will still be needed for the way he covers different positions. So you got Tommy O'Brien there on the bench as well. But it's handy to have that extra back. And plus, because Tadhg Beirne at 6 covers the lock position as well, it means one of the benefits you get from a 6-2 bench means you can add 2 back rowers, but we can still do that now with Tadhg Beirne on the pitch at 6. Now, I know we always ask a lot of him. We always ask for him to play a lot of minutes, but that's been one of his roles for the Irish team over the years. So I think we still get the benefits with this 5-3 bench, so it is very interesting there. I love Stuart McCluskey still there at 12. I love Robert Balogun still there at 14. Some reward for some great play last week against Italy all around the park. But Gibson Park and Crowley, I think, is the right call for the halfback pairing. We need them clicking. We need the attack. We spoke on our rap pod about how the attack wasn't really firing against Italy, especially in those early stages. So we need them clicking early and getting the game, getting our game established in the early stages as much as we can. It's going to be a tough atmosphere there. It always is going to Twickenham. But if we can get the set pieces going, we'll need the 9 and 10 controlling things and making the most of possession when they can. So it is an interesting 23. Now for a few notes on our opposition. Since we beat England in the Six Nations opener last season, they had been unbeaten with some pretty impressive results in that time until they went to Murrayfield last weekend and, of course, coughed up the Calcutta Cup. But for this selection, they've obviously seen a reaction. They've made a few changes. They've moved a few people around. They've handed Henry Pollock his first Six Nations start. Ollie Lawrence returns. Tommy Freeman shifts over to the wing. Henry Arundel is retained after being cleared from his suspension after his red card. You've got Maro Itoje reaching 100 caps. But I think the key is in England's back row there, bringing Pollock into 8, shifting Earl over to 7, and Curry there as well. They had a lot to. Um, they had to really have a look at their team and their lineup after what happened in Scotland. They struggled a little bit under the high ball, which is, of course, what Ireland's going to try to do as well, try to make the most of. So there's some interesting changes there. But you know what? I still think this is a team Ireland can have a go at. So we should really go up with an attitude from the kickoff that this is a game that we can compete in. Now, a quick look at the officials. Andrea Piardi from Italy there is the referee. The weather for Twickenham is interesting. It's officially Saturday afternoon, mostly cloudy, 15 degrees. I mean, that's bloody tropical compared to what we've had recently here in Dublin. It's supposed to be quite windy, only 25% chance of rain, so not too bad weather-wise. Now it's time to have a quick look at the other matches this weekend. On Friday evening, of course, there's the under 20s, which is also England v Ireland. I think it's interesting. Ireland had a good win over Italy last weekend. England's under 20s are always difficult. Away again, it's away. So we just want to see a good performance from them. They played some great rugby. They competed relatively well in France despite the result. They got the win against Italy, so we'll see how they do against England on Saturday. After the game in Twickenham, the next game up is Wales v Scotland. Of course, Wales still struggling. They'll want to. They might feel they'll be a little more competitive against Scotland, but of course the Scots have their tails up after beating England last weekend. And of course, these are the two teams that Ireland are going to be playing in the remainder of the Six Nations. So a lot of interest there. So a big game to watch there. And of course, on Sunday, the third match this weekend is, of course, France against Italy. Italy have competed well. They won their first game. They did pretty well in Dublin, but the French are the French, and we can only really see one winner there. But we'll see how that goes. Okay, listen. I've got a bit of a dose, so I can't really talk for too much more. I've been coughing and spluttering and have to edit the bejesus out of this pod. But listen, we're going to leave it there. That's it. Be sure to comment, like, share, and subscribe as much as you can across all our socials. When the full-time whistle blows at Twickenham, leave your thoughts on our Facebook page. And by the way, you may have noticed that the number of this podcast is 499. So on Saturday morning, we're going to be releasing an extra pod to commemorate number 500. Keep an eye out for that. And then we'll be doing a regular Rap Pod recording on Sunday evening featuring Hugo Gordon. So all that to look forward to. Come on, Ireland. Let's put in a good performance on Saturday. And in the meantime, stay safe, everyone. Slán.